Good morning. Here today to do my 4th design team project for the Trinket Parlour. I am doing a bit of construction today, so you will need some chipboard. Whether you buy chipboard, if not, you can stick some cereal boxes and things like that, just to get a nice sturdy thickness to it. Okay, so one sheet of, I think I've used one sheet of 10 by 10 chipboard, and I haven't used it all, and I've cut this one down to 5 5/8 by 7 1/8. I think that's right. Yep, 5 5/8 by 7 1/8. Okay, same way you cut your paper, not hard. Then you want two strips that are 7 1/8 by 1 1/8. Okay, 7 1/8 by 1 1/8. Two of those, and then you need another two, which are 5 3/4 by 1 1/8. Okay, so you need two of those as well. You will also need 8 sheets of designer paper, double-sided is the best one to use, because you will see the outside and the inside. So yeah, 8 sheets of those. You will need some glue or double-sided tape, paper trimmer, scoreboard, a sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock, which any colour that blends with your paper. You will see a little bit, but not much. I'm just using this Pebble by Kaiser Card. So all you do is cut this. I've already started. I've done half of one already. You cut it into 1 inch strips, 1 inch by 12 inch, so that you get these. Okay, these I call them construction strips. So when I say that, you'll know what I mean, won't you? So again, 1 inch, score it down the middle, and then add it some double-sided tape to the inside. Okay, if you haven't got double-sided tape, you can use glue, but you won't be able to put it on until we actually put this together. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done 6, but we may need more. Okay, so that's a construction strips. You want some scissors, some distress ink, paper trimmer. Did I say that already? You will also need some Trinket Parlour feet. And I am using these pretty ones today. Are they lovely? Okay. And you will also need a filigree of some kind from Trinket Parlour and a door handle. Mine comes with a screw, but when you do it up, it doesn't go all the way in. So I think I'm going to have to glue it, because this is going to be in the way otherwise. And this is my Trinket Parlour filigree that I'm going to be using. This didn't have a hole in the middle, but because I was going to put that through there like that, I just punched a hole with my crocodile. No, not crocodile. What's it called? One of these punch things. I made a hole, but you don't need to do that, because, well, unless yours goes all the way through. Let me show you what I mean. I've got ink on my hands already because I've been preparing for a change instead of rushing through it. So that's what I want it to look like. But as you can see, there is that much sticking out. So that's no good to me. So I am going to use my E6000 from the Trinket Parlour, and I'm going to glue that down. In fact, if I can find my glue, I'm going to do that now so it's got time to dry. Take that screw out, we don't need that. It's best to get prepared. When you do these construction projects, it's best to do it like in a production line. Cut all your chipboard, then cut all your construction strips, then with your papers. I'll show you what to do with your papers in a minute, but you want to do them all at the same time. Otherwise it gets a bit bleh. But it goes much quicker. So just going to dab. Oh God, that comes out so quick. Should put me thingy on the end, but hey ho. Put that on there. Make sure you've got it the right way up. Handy. And it's handy having the hole because at the end of the day you can see to line it up in the middle. That's all I want to do. So it's nice and flat. So I am going to just leave that to dry. You need to do the same thing. Don't know how long this E6000 takes to dry. So just pop that out of the way somewhere. It's not going to get knocked about. Right, that's that bit done. How easy was that, eh? Alright, put my glue away. Now, so what we need to do first, you want your paper trimmer. And what we are going to do, this is the back, this is the front, okay? The longer sides are the front and back, and the shorter sides are the sides. So what we're going to do is attach these little strips to the side like that, and we do that with our construction strips. So I need two that are 7 1/8, or just under. Just do them as 7. No, I'll do them at 7 1/8 and mine to the edges. So 1, 7 1/8. Did I tell you I put double-sided on mine? I've gone down the middle, you shouldn't, but doesn't matter, it's all going to stick. So we actually need, I'll do the inside in a minute, let's get it all together first. So, what you're going to do is attach it. We're going to do the back first. So you're going to take the score tape off. Make sure it's all down properly. Okay. And the first thing you're going to do is attach it. Should have mited the corners. Let's have a quick go at that. A bit wobbly. Okay. And you're going to attach this to the bottom. Going to line it up with the centre of the thingy with the construction strip. Make sure it's, I've done that mitering wrong. That's a good start, isn't it? Okay. Went the wrong way. Should have gone that way. That's okay, we can just... Alright. Now, with one of your 7 by 1/8 by 1 1/8, you are going to, right along, you're going to sit it right in here, right in where the construction strips meets the chipboard, okay, and you're going to stand it up straight, make sure you get it all lined up, all pushed down, and then you're going to bring your construction strip up, make sure it's nice and, okay, it might be a bit wobbly at first, but once all the bits are together, it will be fine. Okay, so that's what you should have. Effectively, we're just making a little box without a lid. That's all. That's how I always think of these things when I'm doing them. Anyone can make a box. It's easy, honestly. So that's that. And then we're going to do the same for the front. Take your score tape backing off. Add it and line it up. Like that. Okay. And then get your 7 by 1/8 by 1 1/8. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to, sorry, trying to get this right. You're going to sit it right in that gap there, so it's flush against your bottom chipboard. Okay, make sure you line it up. And again, bring your construction strip up, push it down. So you have that. Now, we are going to attach these pieces here. That is a little bit too long. So these will sit then like that. Should be on the outside. That one's a little bit long as well. You need to trim a tiny bit off. To make it sit right. Okay, so that's going to sit like that. So, is that going to be long enough? No. Where's my construction strips? Here they are. All I do is line it up and cut it rather than sitting there measuring it all out and doing all that silly boring stuff. Knight the edges before you take the thingy off this time. Take your backing off. Place this on there like so. Bit long, bit long, bit long. Should be enough. Yep. Same thing, line it up. Like so. And then get one of your side pieces to the 5 3/4 by 1 1/8, and you're going to line it up so so they sit flush like that. Okay, so it's on the outside of that back bit piece. So we're going to put that one in there, put that one there, hold it in, and bring it up. Ooh. And then the same for the other side. Fit there? Yeah. Have that piece there. This is all going to be covered. It's only like this tiny little crease that you're going to see, and I ink those, so take your backing off again. Ooh. It's down properly. Don't like fiddly things, me. So again, is it too long? Yes. So we're going to just cut another bit off there like that. And again. Same thing. Put it in, line it up. Excuse me. Get your second side piece, hold it all up so it's all straight and level and like that. And you're going to put that piece in there so it lines up like that. Where's that bit a little bit taller? Bring that up like so. Okay. So now we need to do the inside so it all stays together. So let's do. Oh, now I've lost my blade. Hang on. Get off it, pussycat. It's not for you. I'll catch when I get it. So again, you're going to cut 2 pieces at 7 1/8. I've done it again. No, I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right, okay. Same thing. My 2 edges. I always do it the wrong way. Okay. Take off your score tape. Your backing rather. Need to fold it the other way. And then what you want to do is get it right in there so that it holds this piece up. Get off me, sticking to my fingers. And then pull that up, like so. And then that just makes it stand up properly. Same for the other side. Mark your corners the right way. It's just, it gets a bit of an overlap by the time you finish, so that's better. So it's easier to mitre the corners, and again you need to fold it the other way. And do the same thing, hold your piece up, line it up with the bottom first, push that down, bring your side up, like that. Okay, so that's feeling sturdier already. Okay, so same with the sides. Get rid of my rubbish, don't like rubbish everywhere. So again, is long enough? No. But you can save these for other projects. So don't throw them away, keep them. And that one. So for these ones, we are going to do it at, I think it's going to be 5 5/8. Yeah. Cut your next one at 5 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need the blade. Hang on. Emergency. I need a new one. So 5 5/8. I want 2 of those again. A little bit you can chuck away. Wait. Oh no, actually, don't chuck them away. Too late. But you've got those up a little bit, so chair back round. So again, a little mitering on the edges. Turn it the other way before you take the paper off, because it's easier. On that one. So again, take your backing off, or if you use, sorry, I should have said if you're using glue, now it's time to add it. I expect you realise that already. And yeah, just add your glue, and if you're not using score tape. So again, line it up with the side bottom without it getting stuck to your fingers. So that goes like that, and then you want to pull your piece up, line it up. So it's all, this is a fiddly bit, this is. So that go across there like that. Okay. Alright. Then the same with the other side. Now, I can't take credit for this idea. I have made one before, but on a much bigger scale. I got the idea from Sabrina and Dina, I think it is, at glimmercraftblogspot.co.uk. I don't know. Glimmercraft blogspot anyway, so you can have a look at the original. So again, you're going to line that up with your bottom like so. Got a little crease in that one, but it doesn't matter. Now sorted. And then you're going to bring this bit up like that. So there you are. So now we need to do the sides, or these corners. So we need some little, about an inch. I want 4 of those. Cut 4. Don't have to be perfect. You can trim them if they're not right. Okay, so you want to fold them back before you take the score tape off. Don't need to miter these, and all they're going to do is sit in the corners like so to hold the corners together. Okay, we are going to do it on the outside as well, but one thing at a time. See, these are quite easy. Once you know how, you can make anything. So that like that. Do one side first, make sure they're all lined up. Can you see that in there? Somehow? And that just holds the 2 corners together. And the same, fold it back the other way. Take your backing off. Same thing, make sure it's lined up. Press it in, one side at a time. Do that very well. Okay, next corner. Make sure it's lined up. Like so. As lined up as you can get it anyway. And again, don't worry if it's not perfect, as long as you've got the box. And the last corner. Oh, fiddly fiddly. Get one side down and do the other side. See? Doesn't matter. You get a little gap like that. By the time you've done the outside, it'll be fine. So that's all the inside of the box. So what I want to do now is the outside corners. So again, just measure up your first one. And then do 4 of them again. I need to cut that silly bit off there. Yeah. So 4 of those again. Have I said that already? Never mind. Just get that last bit off. So again, the same thing for the outside as you did on the inside corners. Except for you're not going to fold the little piece back this time because it's... So again, line your corners up. And that just holds your corners together like that. Okay, so let's get this done, then we can go on to the pretty bits. And line them up. So fiddly. Do one side first, push it down, line up your bits, and bring that over. See, it's easy. Maybe if I do it like that, it'd be a lot easier. So that side first, make sure it's down, make sure you're all lined up. And there. And the last one. Last corner anyway. Which I didn't do very well on the inside, so I need to do this properly. So line your edge up, like so. And there you have your little box or tray. Now, what you can also do with your construction strips, just to give it a smoother finish, you can go round and put them on the edges as well, which I think I am going to do. So they're not going to be long enough. Let's have a tidy up. Tidy up as you go along. So I need to cut some more. See, it keeps coming out. So again, 1 inch your construction strips. 1, 2, 4 I need. 1. Oh. Again, even if you're a bit over it, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So, still got that. That was one 12-inch sheet. So now I need my, oh, everything's falling on the floor. So you're going to score these straight down the middle at 1/2 inch. So that's that. Fold them down the middle on your score lines. Got 2 there. Just run your nails along, that's what I do, just to make sure it's straight. And now, put your score tape on. Or if you're using glue, wait till you've cut it to size and then you can add your glue in. Both sides, doesn't matter if it goes over the, just helps to hold it all down. 1, 2, 'You can cut them to size first, then add your score tape if you want. But I usually keep them on little bits because I do end up using them on something else. Last one. Just gives the edges a nice clean finish. Done. So what we're going to do with this is just go over the edge like that. So I'll just place it and mark it and cut it. Okay, so it will go like that. Give it a nice finished edge. So take your backing off or add your glue. Make sure it's down properly. And then it's easier for the tape to come off. See? So place your corner down first. See, and that just gives it a nice finished edge. Doing the same for the back. So that there. So who needs rulers and measuring? Just line it up and cut it. Side down first. And that one. And then pull it over and score along the top. In fact, you can score them all. Now the sides, same thing, just need to trim a little bit off there. That's it. Now same thing, you will get a little gap on the edge, but it doesn't matter. Ink it up. Trim a little tiny bit off. A little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Make sure your score tape's on. God, 41 minutes already. See, this is why I got prepared, because I thought it would be a long one. Down and over. And then again, the last bit. Line it up, cut it. Put your backing off. Ooh. Line it up. That side, that side, and push down. And there you have. That corner's not great, but hey. There it is. How easy was that? Okay. So now we're going to decorate it. And make the folders to go in it. But first, I need the loo, so I will be back in 2 seconds.